Today I'm speaking with Sonja van den Ende, a journalist from Netherlands. Thank you, Sonja, for joining me for this talk. I have read your article that Netherlands is purchasing 150 million euros worth ammunition of F-16s. That will be given to Ukraine. The government, together with other countries, is also releasing 200 million euros to purchase drones for reconnaissance missions. These drones are already in use and have proven themselves on the battlefield, said Defense Minister of Netherlands, Kajsa Ollongren. Ollongren also expects that Dutch F-16s can go to Ukraine in the autumn. Denmark also provides F-16s. These will be sent in the summer. In the recent visit to Ukraine, the Defense Minister Kajsa Ollongren declared that the state will continue supplies. Sonja, why, in your opinion, Netherlands government continuing to supply armor to Ukraine? And might it bring some consequences later?
Well, recently it became known that the Netherlands indeed is purchasing for 115 million euros worth of ammunitions and 200 million euros to purchase drones, and this is really, really terrible. The first thing is that actually the government is not the government anymore. The government fell in November 2023. So what they are doing is illegal because they're still in the progress to make a new government. And I must also say that the Netherlands is one of the most globalist countries we can have in the European Union. And of course they are supporting Ukraine or the agenda to make war against Russia. And this already dated back from MH17. There was this crash, or we can say the airplane was shot out of the sky above Ukraine. In this plane were around 300 people, I think around 250 from the Netherlands. So this is why they also hated Russia, because they straight away blame Russia. Of course, it was never a fair trial. The other reason is the agenda from the US. It's a proxy war against Russia. They want to get Russia on their knees. They want to divide Russia. So this is also a big part why it's happening. I'm trying with my articles to open the eyes from the Dutch people. Also, there's a political party in the Netherlands called the Forum for Democracy. They are all the time, like they did yesterday and the day before, already in parliament again, telling the people of the Netherlands that it's very, very terrible what the Dutch government, or the illegal Dutch government, this is how we call them, is doing, because they're spending the money of the taxpayers of the people of the Netherlands to an illegal war. Because, they all the time are saying they are not at war with Russia, but actually, of course, they are. And the Netherlands, I don't know if they have boots on the ground in Ukraine, most likely, because there are foreign mercenaries there, like Poland has, and now France with Macron. He's also wanting to put an army there. So it's crazy. Of course, a lot of people now in the Netherlands think, I know, this is an illegal war, like the same what they do in Gaza now. They are opening their eyes, and they voted for to become a new Prime Minister, Geert Wilders. But because of Rutte will be the head of NATO, most likely it will be announced in 1 month, or at least in the summer. So he is threatening Geert Wilders that he cannot be Prime Minister unless he will support Ukraine. Well, I think he didn't agree, or somehow agreed, but now we are reached the point in the Netherlands that Geert Wilders is not becoming the Prime Minister of the Netherlands. So this is all because of the threats of Rutte and the threats of NATO and the threats of the US, of course. During the election on Russia, they voted for President Putin again. He has another term of 6 years. The majority of the Russian people voted for 87% of the vote went to him. Of course, straight away in the West, they blamed that the elections were not legal or not legal. It was all fake and this sort terrible propaganda they used. But there's a consequence maybe, because they all stated, like the Netherlands, I think, was the first one to say that there were illegal elections. Well, when you say elections are illegal, it means you don't recognize, of course, the government, and you also not recognize Russia. It's now symbolic what they say, but if, this symbolic politics will become reality, then they have another problem, and then, the proxy war can be a real war, a hot war between NATO and Russia. We already have it, of course, but it's an extra dimension, I would say.
Can you notice any changes in society in Netherlands? As financing in other countries, war expenses are rising and seems not going to stop.
Already, I think a big resistance started somehow in Germany. Of course, that's the neighbor from the Netherlands. There are some few politicians called the AfD, and the other party is the new party from Sarah Wagenknecht. They have a lot of support, especially in the eastern part of Germany. Let's hope that this will be, going to the Netherlands, because they are neighbors.
Thank you very much, Sonia, for joining me and answering my questions.